This week on the program, with everything on our mind right now, questions about the passing of Proposition B in Austin, questions about Brandon, the juror, Mitchell, and questions about government overreach towards menthol cigarettes. Let's not forget the real question on all our minds today. What are you getting your birthing parent on Birthing Person's Day? Roses? Wine? A new miter saw? A new pair of cutting dikes? Take it easy. Later, BLM's new and updated demands, and finally, Dogecoin is stellar. Interstellar. Did you buy tickets to the moon yet? Your emergency exit is right this way.
This exit is for emergencies only.
That's right. This is episode 203. Today is May 7th, 2021. It is again 10 on 10 in our floating tin can, far above the world. That was okay. Let's work.
I was,
pitchy.
I wasn't trying to go too high, bro. You know what I mean? I was gonna go like, fucking Tito Jackson high.
I'm Los. You could follow me on Twitter. That's right, Los. Joining me as always is exactly David Aguilar, also known as Tio
Tomas.
Tio Tomas. And we got making sure. He's making sure that we're streaming live. No issues today.
No issues today.
And
no issues thus far.
Other than no issues. No
is
issues.
Brandon, not Juror 52 Mitchell.
Brandon, no issues, Mitchell.
Isn't it weird to like listen to the all this news about him?
Dude, it's real
hear your
weird.
name like crazy.
I'll be half listening just to a podcast while I'm driving, and then
Juror
I hear
52,
Brandon
Mitchell.
Mitchell. I'm like, fucking what?
What happened?
Yeah,
Fucking
catch
wake
me
up
out
out
of
of your
nowhere,
nap.
man. Yeah.
And he may be. I don't know what's to come with this, but there's lots to be said about that, and maybe we'll get into that.
How
in a little
weird
bit.
would it be if you became a juror and your number was 52?
I will let y'all know when I get that jury notice.
You'd be fucking shaking your hands, opening
oh,
the
goddamn.
envelope. And my juror
The prophecy
52.
fulfills
Yeah.
itself.
We got a lot to talk about today, so we got a couple things to get over first. So let's go ahead and hop right into the Brew World Order.
It's the Brew World Order.
This week, we've got American Haze by New Belgium. Sweet can. It's like a hippie kind of guy, biker dude with a red, white, and blue bandana, skull face, gold glasses, sunglasses with a guitar strapped to his back.
Yep.
This is I don't know what kind of beer this is, but
This is an American beer right here.
it is an American beer with notes of passion fruit and freedom, and it's an unfiltered haze beer. What does it say there? I'm going to pull it up myself so I can see what it reads, because I cannot read that.
American Haze.
It's unfiltered IPA brewed with all American hops, and it's supremely drinkable. Supremely. Weird that they put American, it's an American haze, and they got to put supremely in there.
Supreme.
Seems a little bit...
Like white Supreme?
Sort of, yeah. The skull is white. There's no concern, no discernible race to this, so I'm just left to assume it's a white guy.
It's a white person. Of course, look at the hat he's wearing. He lives in the mountains.
And of course he's a big fan of America.
Has a gold tooth, so he is a part of the gold rush.
Yeah, he is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Has a guitar.
Guitar plays Bye Bye American Pie.
He's a queer.
I don't know about that. All right. We've already had the chance to drink this.
Yes.
And make a rating. So, Brandon, why don't you go ahead and go first? Before you do that, I'm going to say that this has got 5% alcohol by volume, 30 on the IBU scale, dry hopped with Strata and Amarillo, and HBC 522. 522?
Wow.
Did you hear that? 522.
Wow.
And Brandon's going first. And there's Brandon Mitchell. That's Juror 52.
Damn,
Whoa.
dude.
I think 52 is
just
going to be
saying.
coming up a lot. And we got Pale Malts, Munich Malts, C20, and malted oat malts.
Wow.
Malts.
That's some good
Brandon,
stuff.
what do you think about this?
You
Not
know,
Juror 52.
I wasn't sure about this at first, but when I opened it up, took a sip, there's a lot there. There's a lot of flavor.
Lot of love.
Not very bitter.
Lot of love.
Not very bitter. I can picture myself hanging out in the backyard.
Yep.
Sprinkler going, just chilling out on a hot summer day. This is gonna get an 8 from me.
Wow.
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 Eight.
Wow. Wow.
It's gonna be an 8.
Man,
Wow.
this beer, it's just a fun beer, man. Like this is something you wanna fucking take on the lake with you. You know what I mean? While you're on your little floaty, maybe your canoe where you got some pastor tacos. You know what I mean?
I had that for lunch.
some pastor tacos
With the
mean?
pineapple in there?
Yeah,
Fuck
bro.
yeah.
From El Primo. And you take that with you, and you're just fucking chilling, and you got a 60 of this, bro, and you're just. I'm gonna give this a 9.
Wow.
This beer is amazing.
I like this beer. This has got a nice fruity hop. It's not too heavy at all. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely drink this by the water and not feel too bloated from it.
Not at all.
This is a good beer.
It's a
solid beer, and a solid beer deserves a solid number, and it's getting a 9. That's right. It's a very high. This one definitely you will see in the
Cheers.
tournament of beers. I don't know if it's. I hope it's not
I
seasonal.
know. If so, we got to buy them now and wait.
Hold them, yeah, and age them a bit. Because, it says it's supremely drinkable, so I'm sure it'll be supremely drinkable
damn
in a
right.
few months. All right, that's it for this week's Brew World Order.
It's the Brew World.
All right. As you can see, I don't have my tree today because all my trees are green.
Yeah.
And we got a green screen, and it's just
Yep.
hard to present a decent bonsai here.
To appreciate it.
We're working on it. But so instead, what I've done is I've filmed the bonsai. But let's just go ahead and get into our little bumper first. And this is bonsai with Los. All right, this week's bonsai. This is one of my new
Love it.
favorites right here. This here.
Can I just say top 5 intros of all time?
Thank you.
Up there.
Thank you.
Up there.
We only have 5 of them. So it's great that it's one of the 5. Out of all the intros you've
Out of
seen
all the
here,
fi-
that's definitely one of them.
It's going to be one of them.
All right, so this here is a Brazilian rain tree.
Do you want the
And
sound?
yes, and go ahead and have that in the background. No sound. I'm sorry, no sound. And as its name suggests, it's native to Brazil's rainforest.
Ooh, that's very nice.
It's got compound leaves that fold up when it gets dark and opens up with the lights. Got pretty puffy flowers when it does flower. That stands about a little under 2 feet tall from the bottom to the top.
It's about as tall as I am.
Yeah, you'd probably get some good shade out of this if you stood underneath it. It's freshly repotted in that, and you can just recycle this again. I think it'll go again, but it's in that pot. This pot I got made from Jeff Ray. He made such a great pot. Can you make that more detailed? Oh, yeah, look at that. So we got more
Wow.
details there. There's the compound leaves. It's got thorns. And this tree is in the Leguminosae.
Bro, look, that looks like a bush.
Leguminosae.
That looks like that grows
family.
in Brownsville, bro.
You know what? It would, because you see that this is also in the same family as acacias and tamarind.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it reminds me of the trees that are around the tamarindos.
Yeah, because you see the compound leaves, and then when at night they close up.
Yep.
It's pretty cool how they do that.
Wow.
And people don't know exactly why it does that. Some say it's for conserving energy. Keep playing that. But this is a pretty cool little tree, and it's repotted in that new pot Jeff Ray made.
So is that out of like a wood stump?
Yeah, that's a pecan, piece of wood, a pecan, and
No
he's
way.
hollowed it out so that I can make it a little pot.
Wow. That is amazing.
Isn't that a cool little guy right there? The Brazilian rain tree in a pecan pot. I think it's pecan. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's a perfect little tree. And when it rains, also, it closes up. And then when this thing is mature, if you ever seen one in wild, which I haven't, but you'll feel that when you walk under it, the people say you feel like it's raining on you, but it's like secreting like it's sap or something, and it drips down. But
So
that
it's almost like it's drizzling on you.
yeah, but look at that. Compound leaves, they're just growing out. And these things have big, giant thorns in them, so be careful when you work on them.
That's what I know them by is the thorns. They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I remember as a kid, we'd walk past those and you fucking step on them.
Oh, you got to be careful.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
careful. Yeah, those are fucked. All right, that's this week's Bonsai with Los, my man. Ding, 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 ding. This week we're drinking 9 Banded straight bourbon whiskey.
Super good, man.
It's really good stuff here.
One of the best.
We've had it on the show many times, and we're happy to have it back.
And this is from Amarillo? No.
This is... I don't know.
It's from Texas, right?
It says Austin.
This is a Texas beer.
It says Austin on there.
Oh, it's Austin? Fuck yeah, bro.
Believe it or not, it's Austin.
Fuck yeah, bro.
All right, so what is new with y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. If you guys want to give us a call, the number is down below. We'll talk about Proposition B here in a second. If you guys got any opinions or thoughts, your regards, your opinions on Proposition B and what to do now, you got to give us a call. And in the meantime, I could say,
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
well, I did not have to vote in this one because I don't live in this county anymore. So Travis County, I don't need to vote in that. But my feelings on it was that I've expressed it on here. As much as I have compassion for homeless people, I think people are really tired of seeing all the garbage that they're making. And I have always thought, what's the big deal with them hanging out there? I think people don't mind it so much if it was neat. If they kept cleaning it, but instead, like, you go by these things and they're landfills.
Yeah.
It's disgusting,
And
frankly.
It's also, I go there a few times a week, and I mean, there's homeless people shitting on the sidewalk. That's when I began to see it as a problem, because it was like, yeah, no. Like, once you start desecrating what is meant for the public, then you don't have any regard to tell us how you should be, because what you're doing is showing us you don't care. Like, you're not keeping things clean, you're not keeping it yourself, like, you're not respecting what is all of ours. You're literally shitting on it. So what that shows me is that you're not someone who cares about us, so now you need to be taken care of some other way.
Right. And there was a caller on Todd and Don this morning that said he's a contractor. Didn't want to say where, what he works for, but he's like tasked with cleaning up these places, in the woods and wherever they're at. And he said, like, one day they filled 5 or 7 55-gallon rain buckets full of syringes alone. Everyone's a diabetic out there, evidently. And
Diabetes?
got the diabetes. And so, as we know, Proposition B passed.
Syringes.
It nearly passed, right? It was like 50-something to 40-something. It was pretty dang close.
It was 60-something to like 40-something. It was like 30-something to... It was like unanimous.
It was like 10 or something. It was like 50-something. It was like
it was
9
unanimous.
Something.
It was unanimous.
It was not unanimous.
It was...
because it's not unanimous because we have some freaks outside of...
The margin was huge.
We got freaks in front of City Hall right now that are against it.
Yeah, and those are only a little bit of freaks that they bust in, man. Like, at the end of the day, the people who actually live here and care about this place know that shit's fucked up. The people who are voting against that shit are on 57%.
Yeah, I told you,
that's
dude.
closer to 60.
Oh, yeah, but I'm still close with 50-40. 60-40. Anyways, it don't matter. It don't matter. What were we going to get with this? It was supposed to go in effect May 11th.
Yeah,
it's
May
supposed
11th.
to, but they have not designated any sort of
Task force.
private or public camping place that they can go. Because they have to have public places. I always thought that was the problem with the wording. It said prohibiting public camping, and I was thinking, well, what does that mean? Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. It needs to be. It's not narrowly worded. It's too broad. So what I've heard is that it won't be till like a July 11th or in July till we can get that red tape through. So I think they're just holding this up with this red tape. I mean, how easy would it be just to approve this now? I mean, if it was a really big problem, we gotta get those homeless somewhere.
But then the other thing is, who is paying for this? Who, right? Because we got to vote on why is it why do we need to pay for their land?
Did you vote?
No, I didn't.
Why didn't
I
you vote?
I totally forgot. I've been working, bro.
Yeah, sure.
I've been, you know,
Saturday,
and then,
you could have gone on
you know,
Saturday.
then
That was
you,
the
you know, I was on
matter of
call.
fact. Our last show on Friday was the night before the election
Mhm.
day, and so we were all hoping for it. You know, Mackenzie Kelly.
Mhm.
We were gunning for that one.
Yeah.
Uh, hopefully they work this all out with the city, but there's a lot of people at City Hall. Brandon drove by there today, and he's all
Yeah.
surprised to hear and see that they're occupying City Hall with their nice brand new tents they bought. By the way, they're
Yep.
like the same tents,
Yeah.
and they all went to Academy that fucking day, and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna buy some tents. We're hanging out." That's kind of cool. I mean, I wish I fucking didn't have a job to go to
Yeah.
and fucking
For
do that.
real.
Like, Jesus, who do these people don't even have any time? I mean, they got enough time, all the time in the fucking world
To
to
go and protest. That's what they're getting paid for.
where
Is to
nobody
be
cares.
protesters.
Everyone avoids fucking Cesar Chavez anyways nowadays, man. Nobody wants to drive down that way.
Yeah.
We're
and
taking
that's sad.
other ways.
And that's fucking sad because it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's, you know, when we were texting about it, I said it's embarrassing, man. Like, come on, Austin. You are the fucking capital of Texas. Texas is the greatest state of the greatest country in the world.
Damn.
Come on, man.
Hashtag Hank Hill over
and
here.
fucking Austin, Texas
I'll tell you what, boy.
Austin, Texas is the heart of that. And we have fucking, look at what we've made of our city. You know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to be representing Texas well, and we're not. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like, Austin, step up, do your damn thing. You know what I mean? Help these people out the way you can. But at the end of the day, like, the people have voted. The people have voted.
People have voted, and there are people who are against that. Let's read this from the Austin American Statesman. People won't have a place to stay. Uncertainty fills homeless communities after Proposition B passes.
Uncertainty. What do you think they're faced with every day? Uncertainty.
Can you scoot that over just a scooch?
What?
No, the other way. Tony Davis. I guess I'm going to have to try to read that. Go back up. You
Tony
know what?
Davis.
Never mind. I'll just read it from here because it's cutting off
Oh, it's just really
the
big.
side there.
There it is.
Tony Davis, age 55, nursed a cup of coffee while he sat outside his tent Sunday and squinted at others also living under Interstate 35 in downtown Austin, pondering where he would go if he were told to leave. I have no idea, he said. Davis was one of many Austinites experiencing homelessness who found themselves facing that question Sunday, a day after voters decided it will be illegal to camp in the city once again. Proposition B, which will reinstate criminal penalties for camping in public spaces, passed with a 57% of the vote according to unofficial results. Take it easy.
I know, for real.
Crazy how they have to like throw that in there. You're gonna. I guess there'll be election fraud on that one.
Exactly. Right? Now there is.
Quote. People won't have a place to stay, Davis said, listening to the Sunday morning Christian praise songs and sermon that volunteers brought to the camp every week. Do you know any of those guys?
Not that I know.
You don't know any of those guys? You sure? Look at this picture right there. I mean, it's a fucking... It wouldn't be so bad if it just was tense and people like kept their stuff nice and neat.
Yeah.
But look there's pillows on the ground. There's garbage. And I also thought would be a good idea was if we get all the homeless people like suits, if they all wore suits. They look nice, like they're going to like a ball or something. Like we wouldn't have that big of a problem with them.
Bro,
right?
yeah, we fucking had them dressing like Oompa Loompas and just fucking singing around all fucking
Come
day.
on, bro. Come on, bro. That's degrading. Okay.
No, I wouldn't
At
mind
least
that.
They have a
'Cause
nice tuxedo though.
look, as a short person, I look up to the Oompa Loompas. Okay.
They're tall in your community.
Exactly.
The majority of homeless people who spoke to the Statesman said that they would leave if police told them to. Well, good. No sense in getting locked up again, said Maurice Lott, 50 years old, who became homeless after completing prison sentence for robbery in the Gatesville Correctional Facility last year. Where's Gatesville Correctional Facility?
He says he would prefer to move somewhere else. So this they're telling him to leave, and he's like, I would rather leave.
I mean, it's obviously in Gatesville.
I don't even know where Gatesville is.
Is it at Gatesville? I didn't even know. See, like, there's that thing with you say the name of a Texas city, and you're like, I don't know if that's a true name or not. Like, I'm sure, but the thing is, it probably is. They got like a Pakistan, Texas, I think.
Really?
Okay, so it's above Killeen.
Oh, it's by Temple. Okay.
above killing, a little bit by temple. I mean, whatnot.
I know.
So.
Oh, now you got to scoot it
Oh,
over
but that
again.
was the sentence they had. It's not. But then they got dumped off in Austin.
Yeah.
You came
Yeah,
back to Austin, and then you're
exactly.
hanging out there. Lot said he would prefer to move somewhere that allowed him to continue sleeping in his tent, which was on West Cesar Chavez. The best thing for me to come to, instead of just sleeping in the open, this was the best thing he said. Lot said as he cleaned out his tent Sunday after some rain had leaked in, and going down. Scroll. And now we can see, go to the picture. We've got human beings over corporate greed, man. What?
Sometimes I don't think these people know what the fuck they're protesting.
Let's go to that. Let's go to that. Yeah, let's go to this photo gallery here.
Okay, let's see the full gallery.
Let's
What's
look at
going on
these,
with this
fucking losers?
Fucking who's this? Is this a Karen? Is this a homeless Karen?
Yeah, probably. Oh, look at this brand new fucking. Never.
Bro.
We've just got these at Academy. We got blue dye while we're at it. People in poverty are not the enemy. Money's not even real. I mean, that's fucking true.
That is very true. I agree with that. Again, brand new fucking tents that they just bought at Academy because they ain't got shit to do else on a Wednesday afternoon.
Tattoo parlor must have been closed. Housing is a human right. Yes, build it yourself. That's that should be something that you can't. What is that supposed to mean? Someone should build you a house, and that's like their right. They like your right is to have someone else build a house. Or I'm not sure about that one there. Corporate greed. Oh, there he goes. Human beings. Oh wait, human beings is over corporate greed. I don't think you need the apostrophe there. Human beings is over corporate greed. Not the smartest bunch here.
Again,
and also, by the way, not following CDC guidelines here because CDC totally said it's cool to rock without a mustache, without a mask outside.
What's up with tiger stripes over here, man?
I like his tie-dye shirt.
Fucking tiger. Sweet. That's a tiger stripe, bro. That ain't no tie-dye.
I should make that. Is that it? That's probably all of them. I remember going there with the Trump cutout one time and pissing off a bunch of people.
Yeah, bro, because you were trying to troll, and that's what the Liberty ladies were saying.
Yeah,
they're like, Los is a troll.
Yeah, well, I went there to troll. That's what I'm fucking saying. I went there to troll to make a fucking video. Y'all went out there to be
a video.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. Like,
let us not spark that again.
Back up. Like, why did you?
Let's not spark that again. We're everybody's friends.
I am friends. They had Rob Dew on the other day. Did you see that?
I don't know who Rob. I know who Rob Dew is.
Rob Dew does like the nightly news. This morning I went on Infowars. That's who I was on there with. Like he was on his like nightly news show.
I know who he is. I just never seen his face because I only listened to Rob Dew. You know what I mean? Hey, by the way, fucking Michael Flynn, bro.
What about Michael Flynn?
Shit,
I don't care.
He's been saying a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna bring anything up because I don't want to get in trouble by the people on Facebook because you know what they're gonna do. But I'm just saying Michael Flynn doing some shit.
Nobody cares. If you guys want to give us a call about this, what's your thoughts? What did you vote? It's Friday night. People are out now, you know?
Yeah.
We should change our day because people they're not staying at home right now. It's finally time to go out. You get your double dose. You're out. I got my double dose, and I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to fucking double dose.
You got dosed? You got double dipped?
Yeah, double dose of fucking pimping. Yeah, upgrade.
Double dose of pimping?
Yeah, spelled with a double D. With a double dose of pimping.
You want those double Ds?
Yeah, bro. I got them double Ds, bro. Yeah, take it easy, bro.
Are you going to motorboat?
Yeah, I'll motorboat your mom. That's what I'm saying. Those who want to continue camping won't have nearly as many options as they did before the Austin City Council repealed the camping ban in 2019. Ooh. Governor Greg Abbott set up an area that allows for camping in a remote location off US 183. You know where 183 is?
Yeah,
you
man.
You gotta go over there and
yeah, it's by Steve Adler's house.
Yeah. No, he lives downtown at the W.
Is that not by 183?
No, that's downtown Austin.
Fucking shit.
Bro, you suck at geography.
I've only been in Austin for 5 years.
So I knew what? 5 years? That's like still enough time to know the place around you.
But 183 is not Mopac. It doesn't matter.
All right, doesn't matter. Marsha Willer, 43, said she'll probably return to the woods with others who, like her, currently live on the grassy median of East Riverside Drive. Right there. It's a tough place to drive by. It's actually pretty nice at one point, and then Definitely not so nice anymore. I can't say I blame them. Wheeler said of people who voted for Proposition B, like the homeless people are like, I can't blame them, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see all these tents. I wouldn't want to bring my kids to McDonald's here. Oh, my goodness. One of Wheeler's former neighbors on the median, 58-year-old Laura Martinez, was disappointed by the news that Proposition B had passed. Martina used to camp on the median until a social worker with integral care was able to connect her with housing resources. We lost, she said, looking down at the ground. Martinez, who's better known as Mama Red in the community, now lives in a house on Main Road.
Bro, I know where 183 is. It's by the Gold's Gym and the Pluckers.
Yeah, I told you that's where it is.
Dude.
That's where they're
They're going to blow that shit up?
Yeah, right there at 35.
What? At 6 in the morning tomorrow?
Between 6 and 9. You should you'll be up that early anyways. Just roll up there and hang out and get some good footy, or else it didn't happen.
I'm gonna try my hardest.
Footy or it didn't happen. What are your thoughts on this, man? I'm fearful for people who will. I'm fearful people will migrate away, but I don't know where. She said. How do people expect others to change and be secure if they can't have stability? Like, so that's the thing. I don't think that they're just telling them go and there's no place to go. Right now, there's at least a couple different campgrounds.
Hold on. How do you expect? How do people expect others to change and be secure if they're fucking homeless and they're in their 50s?
Doesn't mean that they
hold on.
have some stability.
No. What I'm saying is they're homeless, and everybody they've interviewed have been in their 50s. What more insecurity and instability do they need to face other than getting kicked out of being homeless? Have you ever been kicked out of being homeless? How fucking lower than low can you get? Hey, low. I'm going to kick you out of being homeless. I don't got a home to get kicked out of. You're going to kick me out of not having a home?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. How much more instability? They've hit rock bottom. What else do you think is going to cause them to change if you're not kicking them out of the sidewalk? What? Maybe their wife leaving them, their friends disowning them, people not wanting to hang out with them, people not wanting to be seen with them. Come on, look, don't get me wrong. I've befriended many homeless people. I love homeless people. What I'm saying is...
Name one.
Oh, fucking... What's his name? Oh, my gosh, dude. I can't say... I don't know his name. It was this black dude, blind.
Keyless Chuck.
No, man.
Perfect name for a homeless guy, though.
I'm trying to remember this guy's name, and I can't, but he was a black blind guy who me and my cousin met, within our first week here in Austin. Anyways, what I'm saying is... That was I don't have a problem with homeless people. We're just babying them. No, we need to do things that's gonna help them and get them to a place where they need to go.
You're right.
Having them sleep around in the street isn't helping them at all. It is not.
No, and it's dangerous for them in a lot of places. At least these campgrounds can be patrolled by people that care, that they appoint. I don't know. It doesn't care. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I want them to be safe, and there are too many instances where they're out there being dicks. And from what I understand, a lot of these campgrounds don't allow them to do drugs. Mm-hmm. And so that's going to keep a lot of them from going to the campground. So what do we do with that? Mm-hmm. They're still going to keep that Candlewood Suites going, I think, that hotel. So that just seems like a lot of money that could have gone into some land near Circuit of Americas or something, you know?
And at the end of the day, again, this is why your votes matter. If you don't like seeing this shit, vote against it.
Oh, I heard that they want to put 10 different campgrounds in all the districts, one per district. A homeless campground per district. What do you guys think about that?
It's fucking crazy, dude. You're just incentivizing it. That's all you're doing. You're just saying, come here and live for free.
Well, would you give up life,
bro,
everything and live out there?
If I think about this, how many baristas do we know who are barely scraping by, trying to pay their fucking bills and go out and do this and that? How many of them would rather be homeless and save all that money up and just fucking live a happy life here in Austin? You know a few, and I know a lot of them too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And how many of them would say fuck you for rent and just go buy a tent? Hey, that rhymes. I wasn't trying to.
Get rent.
But you know, they would say fuck you to rent. Go buy a tent.
That's on the shirt right there, dude.
Yeah, I know, for real, man. Y'all got to make that.
Fuck rent, buy a tent.
Yeah. Right? Fuck rent, buy a tent.
No on Proposition B.
Dude, that's all we need to fucking be on the left, bro. Shit.
We'll sell that.
My ill rhymes. We sell it to the
lefties.
But what I'm saying is, what we're doing is just incentivizing them. We're building these things. What you have to say is look, we're willing to help you, but you also need to be willing to help yourself.
And I've asked on this show, you have to assume some of these people have burned every bridge, have no more family, no more friends, because they burned all those bridges. What's to say that they're not going to do that again? Now, we can't live on all that assumption that everyone may be bad, and they'll burn you too if you help them. But all you have to do is try, and then you get burned. It reminds me, when I first moved to town, and I went downtown with a friend, and there was a homeless guy asking for change, and this friend of mine gave what change she had in her pocket, and it was pennies. And then he gives it to her, and he's all, thank you. Or she gives it to him, and he's like, thank you. And the next thing you know, like, we turn around, and he's throwing the pennies out.
What?
Flicking them into the street, rolling them out, you know? Fuck pennies, fuck pennies. And she was all like, what the fuck, dude? I just gave you that. You asked it, and I bet you that burned her for a while on homeless people.
Yeah, more than likely, because
like, I gave you what I had in my pocket.
Exactly.
And you're a dick. And I don't know what the percentage is. They'll tell you, you'll hear all sorts of conflicting things. You'll hear that they have no other choice, or that this is not by any fault of their own, that they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's a ton of people that do want to be there because they have the freedom to do their drugs.
Yep.
And like I said, they're not going to want to go to these camps because those camps are going to require them to not do their drugs.
Well, and like I said,
pay rent.
That's what I'm saying. That quote right there that this woman said.
How do I expect others to change and be secure if they can't have stability?
This is the stupidest thing. Like I said, how much more rock bottom do these people need to get in order for them to realize, hey, I gotta change?
Oh, what they're doing is they keep lowering the bottom, so they'll never hit it. So that they're dependent on somebody.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I'm trying. But do you understand what I'm saying now,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
Is if you continue to lower the bar, they're only gonna fall lower.
Yeah,
what
that's
happens?
Exactly what's going
what
on.
happens when you stop and say, okay, now it's gonna stop? You need to stand up on your own. If not, these are the consequences.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Here, let's go to this one so that we can have a better look at this 183 overpass, since we're doing local news right now.
Now you know why they call me exactly.
We are doing local news, local. And yes, you're watching us on Channel 10 right now. It's 10:32 or so. I imagine we have a delay of some sort, so people can't say the fucking F word.
Yeah.
I-35 to US 183 flyover implosion planned for Saturday. yeah. I think you should definitely try to go there. It's happening between 6 and 8 a.m. It's going to be a quick one. You may want to try it. They have some computer generated images to show you what it would look like, but that's pretty sweet that they're doing it so early when people can't get up to go watch it. But I think it's going to shut down a lot of the freeway, especially in that area.
How high does debris go?
Well, it's implosion, so it's blowing up from the inside, and it's going to go down. Yeah, make sure to turn that down. But it'll implode, and then it just drops down like what was that? 9/11 other building 11 building.
You mean the one that never blew up?
The one that everyone thinks got blown up and fell. See, I can't even remember all this.
I think you're talking about Building 7.
Building 7? I mean, building number. Building a number under 10.
Building number under 10.
Yeah, so we're going to check this out here. K-View. And we're going to have all this great K-View stuff. Not a sponsor, K-View. Sound. Yeah, see how they're...
183 flyover. You remember that tall
gonna...
flyover? Look at this video here. From 6 a.m. until 8 a.m., you'll have quite a sight as crews will
You'll have quite a sight where people are going to knock it down
183
and
main
clean
lanes
it up.
and the frontage roads where intersections meet. The existing flyover was built with a steep grade that caused large trucks to slow down and delay traffic, backing that up to I-35. So TxDOT is extending the flyover to lower the grade.
Yeah, that guy. Do you see how that tall one right there that goes north 83?
We have the map on our website.
So David's going to go out there and get some footage.
I'm definitely going to try.
He's gonna try. All right, let's go to this one. Next one, Tim Scott here.
Fucking Tim Scott.
We talked about Tim Scott a little bit a couple weeks ago. And here's just the weirdest thing here. It's just the weirdest thing here. This is an Instagram post here from Freedom Fights. I don't know if it's his actual thing here, but you're going to see that this is a very controversial Insta post here. Now, we got a black man.
Of course, you always need a black man on there.
Got a handsome black man, and it says, "Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country."
No, like this. Hear me clearly.
Hear me clearly.
America is not a racist country.
Now, if you zoom back out a bit, you'll see that, or actually go down, you'll see under the picture, there's a fact check.
Ooh.
Missing context.
Ah.
Well, let's take a look at the...
Let's see what the context is here.
Let's look at the context. So the same information was reviewed in another post by fact checkers. There may be small differences. Independent fact checkers say information in this post is misleading context, and it could mislead people. All right, so let's see what they're missing context. Fact checker, science feedback. This is a post about America not being racist. Conclusion, it's missing context. For more information, health authorities encourage the general public to wear face masks to reduce COVID-19 transmission.
Awesome.
That's the fact check.
Okay, so click on that.
Oh yeah, I guess you can go click on that and see where else that leads us.
And then
You want to just keep going down the hole? Let's
see.
going.
Let's see what's going. Okay, so let's see how this helps America not being racist.
At what point do they say America is not racist? I just saying it's weird how what they did is health authorities like the World Health Organization in the U.S. blah 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 discourage people from wearing face masks. That's not even what is being fact checked. And I think, by the way, it'll go down here. If you keep going, it'll probably say somewhere about systemic racism. And then so if there's systemic racism, that has something to do with him saying,
"Oh, no racism."
How about, I guess, no, good. So this has nothing to do with his post.
Yeah. So what the fuck is that?
It may have been
for?
just because the picture has somebody without a mask.
Oh, maybe.
Or because it's a fucking Republican post. And they need to put that because they think fucking Republicans are always talking about anti-mask shit.
Or somebody flagged this a million times and they threw this on there because it got flagged a million times. It's just it's very odd that even Kamala Harris said something like, "Yeah, America's not a racist country, but there's systemic racism."
But look at the interaction on this, man. Have you ever seen the interaction on like CNN and Fox News or on Crowder and all these people? Like when you look at CNN, when you look at all these leftist news posts, the interaction is horrible. And it's stupid because they try to shadow ban conservatives and Republicans, but they still get an interaction because their crowd actually follows them and cares about what they say.
Yeah, I wonder if we get shadow banned here at a Emergency Exit podcast.
Damn right we do, bro, because they know us.
Hey, so real quick, one of y'all mentioned somebody just reporting, a page, too much or whatever. Like I was scrolling through, I guess it was our Instagram. From time to time, we get obviously like spam postings, messages, shit like that. So I was looking through at a way that, you can just report, hey, this is spam, whatever. In that same option, you can choose, why you're flagging this post. Mm-hmm. And one of the available options to choose is I just don't like it.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's good because then they know that we can just go ahead and throw those away. I hope that's what they think. I just don't like it. Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. We will hide this from you from now on because you could seriously just press that button and say unfollow.
Hide it. No, there's a button that says hide.
It says hide, huh? Let's see. I'm going to click up there. It says report, share to, copy link, embed, control. I don't know. I don't use Instagram, so don't hate on me.
Yeah, you're a grandpa.
I mean, I've got one.
Nah.
All right, let's go to this next. Let's go to this next one here. We've got about 20 minutes left, and we've got plenty of time to get into Dogecoin here in a second, because it's time to go to the moon, and we need to talk about that. But let's go to this mask harasser here. Now, there was a privileged white woman who was not wearing a mask at a grocery store, and she gets exactly what's coming to her. And you're gonna like this one here, David. I know how much you like to not wear masks in places.
And what are you talking about? It's not that I don't like. I just don't like to wear masks.
Hey man, I walked through Home Depot the other day, no mask. What's up?
Did you really?
Do something.
What'd they tell you?
They didn't do anything. They didn't do shit.
You damn motherfucking right. What would you have said?
I would have been like, if someone said you need your mask on, I'd be like, oh yeah, here you go, put my mask on.
I'm
And then when
double
I
vaxxed,
I'll walk.
bitch.
What I'll do is I'll walk away and then I'll take it right back off. Like fuck.
I'm double.
What do you want
I'm
me to
double
do?
vaxxed, baby.
And if you follow me, you're harassing me. At some point, these mask Gestapo need to fucking Gestap and stuck some stuck dick.
Good Gestapo. They got a Gestapo.
Let's watch this video.
Hi, yep, right here. Right there. No mask. Right there. There we go. Candid camera. There we go. I want you to know that your insensitivity is ridiculous. I no longer have grandparents due to this virus because of people like you who don't want to wear a mask in the store. It's ridiculous, actually. It's insensitive and it's disgusting as a human being for you to show so much privilege to all of these people. There are so many older people in here who have health conditions, other people.
And I'm not gonna just.
Oh, great. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Congratulations for your pregnancy. It's ridiculous. And I want you to know that. You're on candid camera, and I want you to know that. 4K. Thanks. Hi, yeah.
Talking to her
right
about
here.
being privileged. Who's got the privilege to just walk around and like
Record
yell
people
at
without-
people like that?
She can probably sue him without recording without his permission.
I'm so sick of this like bullshit. Like, okay, what's the risk of her going out? Oh, there's a possible spread of asymptomatic spread. Yeah, but everybody that's vulnerable to this thing, like old people, hopefully have gotten their vaccine by now because they've opened it to everybody. This thing's been out since January. It's been it's 5 months in. Let's go. Enough with this. Anyone that wants to be, anyone that's vulnerable and wants to get one can get one. I got both of them. Let's go. All right.
Oh, let's fight.
Let's go. At this point now, like I'm done wearing a mask in most places. You know, I'm just gonna walk around with a mask in my pocket. If someone says, "Oh, you need to wear your mask," I'm be like, "I gotcha." Put my mask on, no big deal. But most people are not gonna bother you anymore, especially here in Texas.
No.
You know, it's. I would hope people don't get up in your face, and if they do get in your face, get your camera out and just put your mask on and nod and Nick Sandman them.
Well, you
know?
would think they'd be less interested in maybe doing that because of the recent gun law passage of
Ooh, right.
constitutional carry,
Yeah,
concealed carry.
That just what's left in that. It passed the Texas Senate.
Passed.
So
now
what-
it needs to go to the governor's desk, right?
Yeah, and you know he's gonna sign it.
And he said as soon as it gets there, he's signing it. So
Yeah.
you guys know what that means. It's time for
No, but what that
guns?
means,
I don't know. We should bring our guns here and
What-
have them like hanging out.
what that means is that we don't need a fucking conceal and carry.
Well, I know what that means. It's you don't, as long as you are a legal person to obtain one. Now, there's a lot of people that go, like they'll say, well, what if they have it at the bar? It's like you can't have it at the bar. You cannot take it to a bar. 51% law. You've got also, if you're intoxicated, you can't even have one sip of beer or whatever, and it be on your person. Like there are so many rules that people have no idea about. Like if they, what if somebody like just goes and shoot people? Like yeah, that's still illegal. Like that's always been illegal. And people that do that kind of stuff obtain their guns most of the time illegally.
You know, and it's funny because my wife and I were talking about that today. How stupid it is that people are like, oh, we need to have this rule so that shootings stop. And even she was like, do they really think that if you make a law that people aren't just gonna buy them illegally? Like the people who are doing the killing don't care about the law. And I told her, and I made this like joke. I was like, it's like somebody comes up to you and it's like, I'm gonna kill you. Do you have a permit for that gun? Fuck. And then they just walk away. Like, oh, I can't kill you now because I don't have a fucking permit for my gun. I'm sorry.
And, you know, and when there are people around before I even had a gun that had guns on them, I didn't feel any less safe. I felt probably
More
even
safe.
more safe
Yeah.
with them around. And I'm definitely going to constitutionally carry. And you got to be careful. I mean, for one thing, you cannot. There's a lot of people that own their guns right now that are addicted to marijuana.
Yeah.
And that is number one on the sheet. Did you buy any recently, or you just got them? You got. Did you buy any?
I have a few guns. I got a new gun.
But like recently, did you buy one from a FAA
No.
firearms dealer? No. So you have you didn't buy them legally.
No, I own my guns.
Oh, you own your guns, but you're not gonna. Okay, I don't want to pry into. I know
Yeah,
it's libertarian
yeah.
stuff, but
No, it's just fucking. I don't want people
there
to
are
know my
rules.
shit.
There are rules out there, and I think people tend to go, "Well, what if this happens?" You go, "Yeah, that has happened. That's why there's a law against that now."
Yeah.
Oh, but what if there's people out there at downtown 6th Street carrying guns? You know, there's always fights down there. It's like, yeah, if there's fights with guns, they're going to go to jail even more. Listen, there are going to be people. What's stopping them from having a gun now? It's nothing stopping them from having a gun now. It's just now there are going to be more people that in the crowd that will be able to stop a bad guy.
You know what?
With a gun.
I love this. I don't know if you ever. I'm sure you have. Remember that Sunny episode where they're trying to buy a gun illegally?
Yeah, they were trying everything to buy it illegally.
And they get to a point where they're like in this like little, you know, kind of community, and everybody's buying guns and selling guns, and they're like, oh, I want to buy an AK-47, and this guy like sells it for an extremely high price, and they're like, wait, but it's only, you know, $1,000 at this other gun one, and it's like, well, we're not them, and it's like, well, what if we just take it? And then he pulls out his gun, and everybody around him pulled it out, right? I would rather have a shitload of people with guns, knowing that there's one person with gun, because I'm like, yeah.
When was the last time there was a mass shooting at a gun show?
Let's see.
A boing, a boing.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like people who think the less guns we have, the better it is. They're idiots. Uh-oh, you gonna bust out? Oh, this motherfucker's gonna bust out his little gun. Oh, look at that gun, baby.
That's not a gun, but I got my NRA card here.
NRA, baby. If y'all don't know, now you know. If y'all don't know, now you know. Lowe's packs the heat.
It's expired, so it's not like active. I only got 1 year.
The heat.
But I supported this because they support the Second Amendment. Although they send you tons of fucking emails. It's just crazy how much money they want from you. And that's why, well, they got to have a lot of money because they're just constantly being attacked by people.
Yep.
You know,
the lawsuits are fucking going through for stupid shit.
Out of all the mass murderers we've had, majority of them being people of color, by the way. Just to let you guys know that. If you guys think white people are the mass murderers, look into the stats. We talked about them a couple weeks ago. You'd be surprised to see that. But
yeah, and isn't it funny that they're not talking about the Asian hate anymore? Because when you look at the statistics,
not even statistics, the people that have been getting caught lately.
That's why
they're not white guys.
They're not white people.
It's so
There's
funny.
Black people.
No, I'm not trying to point out any sort of black or bias or anything. It's just like if you guys didn't bring this forefront that we need to get rid of all this Asian hate, and we know why it was brought on because you didn't like the way Donald Trump said the China flu,
the China
virus.
The Kung flu.
It comes from China.
I always hated it when Trump was in an interview and he would be like, it's coming from somewhere that most people don't want to say where it is. I won't say it, but you know. And it's like, just fucking say China virus. And then he ends up saying China virus 2 minutes into the fucking conversation.
All right. We've got 10 minutes left, and so I want to talk about Dogecoin. Could you pull up Dogecoin, like a stock or something? I think you can just go New York Stock Exchange. I don't know. You may be able to find Dogecoin. Yeah, CoinDesk. That's probably fine. Let's see where Dogecoin. Oh, it's at 71. My goodness.
Woo! Wow.
That's up a bit. So, what's going on right now? And you guys are probably in the loop by this point that Dogecoin is on the rise. And if you are into buying crypto, it's never been a better time to do so lately, especially after Elon Musk just said Dogecoin or something. He said Doge, or he tweeted a picture.
He said he's a Doge father.
No, it was Rafiki holding up Simba, but it was the Doge dog as a face, and it said something like "You're welcome," right? And then from there, it started just got on everyone's radar. I got in earlier when it was at 3 cents, and I bought a couple thousand of them. And it was not doing so great for a long time. And so I sold a bunch of it, and I was selling back and forth, got Bitcoin, gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum, just kind of juggling. I only put 250 initially into this crypto app that I have. So I didn't want to put anything more into it. So I took something from here, and I'm up a lot. I mean, I've made more in this app than I put in, which is great. And so at some point I bought back into Doge, but for much more than I should have bought it for. But now we're all above it. Everybody should be up. If you didn't buy 2 seconds ago, you're all up. It's less than $1, so it's probably not that great to buy in for right now because it's costs $1 each basically. Yeah. So if you want to get a good return, you're gonna have to throw in a couple $1,000 if it's gonna go up to $1. Everyone thinks it's about to go up to $1 Saturday. I think it's. I have no idea. We had that 420 Doge Day where everyone said donate or no, buy $100 worth of Dogecoin April 20th at 6 a.m. I did it. I set my alarm for 6 o'clock and bought some just before 6 a.m. though, just to see what would happen. And it didn't go up all fucking day. Matter of fact, it went down a little bit.
Oh.
So I don't know how this fucking works, but it's going up now. And I think, I mean, just look at that fucking chart. Look at that chart. Look at that chart, gosh darn it.
That's just
today.
That's today. Yeah, if we go farther out,
Let's go
to
3
a
months.
month,
Just look at 3 months here. Now,
Look at that.
Look at how low that was. If you bought in at March, even when it was at 5 cents, we're talking about 2 months ago.
Wow.
When Elon first talked about it and just held on, you could have bought thousands and thousands of these coins at 3 cents each and sat on them. And right now you'd be thousands up. It's incredible. Which brings me to this next link here. If you want to put this next link up there, Mr. Guy. Yeah, while you keep that up while we can look. What's his name? David exactly Aguilar here.
Yes.
He's just getting into the trading, even though we've had our group messages for some time saying it's on the rise, on the rise.
And I've told you guys, I keep trying, and it's like they don't want me
you
to
don't
buy
try
their
hard
shit.
enough. You literally put
Bro.
in crypto app, and like it gave me the first thing was uphold, which I keep saying upheld, but it's upholding for me.
So I asked you guys, and then I'll go, and again, that I was kind of like, all right, I'm not gonna fucking look more into this because it looks weird. But so we have some shit, but I like Robinhood and fucking Charles Schwab's. I've been trying, and it's like they don't want my money
Because your last name's Aguilar. All right, let's play this video that from.
Racist.
You're like, yeah, we don't need to.
Racist.
Yeah, that one right there.
There's some races going on here. You gonna hear today.
This is a song dedicated to Dogecoin,
Uh-oh.
and I think you're all gonna just enjoy it. So
Is this like the Dr. Fauci one from last week?
no,
Dude, I had that stuck in my head today.
Dr. Fauci?
Bring us vaccines.
It's so gay. It's so gay.
I'm sorry that you had that.
God,
in
it was terrible,
No,
man.
this is actually.
And then people
this-
clap for that
This
shit.
is fire.
News for savers, as even those with high interest savings accounts
That
have
mustache.
seen their money disappear thanks to inflation. But first, we'll detail every possible thing you could die from. He's a rational investor, dividend digester. Save some of his paycheck just like all his ancestors. Him looking for high yields, that's never the case. He's seeking 6% return. Slow and steady wins the race. But when he checks his accounts just to see what they're fielding, it's like driving in Maryland. Ain't nobody yielding. What is he to do? He shouldn't be in a drought. So he visits his advisor just to sort it all out. Inflation's higher than your bond rate. That's what I was fearing. So your savings account is slowly disappearing.
I feel
Your
that.
CDs are pointless. That's not very funny. What would you like me to do? Put it all in dog money. Dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money. I'm trading it in for dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money. I'm putting it all in dog money. My 401k is now a 401k9. The summer ain't no longer in a straight line. I'm making smart moves. I ain't gonna be a pun. I sold my IRA and bought an NFT of one. Balling on Doge, I dish 'em out like a Tommy gun. You think I was statehood the way I'm passing on Washington? I feel like Matt Gates, you know what I mean? Assuring everybody it's above 18. Alright, the prices will boom like Reggie White versus the Oilers. I'm headed straight to the moon. My broker's calling, you know that it's on. Buy dog money, don't stop till it's dawn. One more airbase, 2 more museums, 3 more walls, 4 more Supremes, 5 more stadiums. We're all out of fiat. Can you take trillions of these and go and make a Xerox? We pay our debts in our currency that might be unfurled if it's no longer the reserve currency of the world. Confidence in the dollar is permanent. Just ask any scholar. People are exchanging their dollars for dog money. Dog money? Dog money. Dog money. We trading it in for dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money. I'm putting it all in dog money.
That was fire right there.
Is this the same people who fucking did battle rap?
No, I don't.
What
I
is
don't.
it called?
Oh no,
Rap
epic.
battles of history.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Epic
no. I
battle
don't-
battles of history. That's literally what it fucking looked like and sound like.
No, no.
I don't know, man. I was getting flashbacks of just rapid news.
Oh yeah, that too. Hey.
Yeah, you need to
I know
get-
we got to bring some back.
Get that back.
Got
in
that
there.
dog money.
Dog money.
money.
Yeah. Dog
I
money.
got to do a remix.
All right, so hey, we're about to get out of here pretty soon. Stay tuned for the other side. We'll talk about both sides of this menthol cigarettes ban, and just
I'm not happy about that, bro, and I don't even smoke cigarettes.
I don't either. I used to smoke menthols too, by the
Same,
way.
bro. That's what
Same
I'm talking
here,
about, man.
menthol
We,
all
man,
the
we all
way,
see.
man.
That's why
Menthol.
we're hanging out, bro.
Nothing's
Shit.
better than having like a good dinner
You
and then
damn right.
fucking puffing a menthol afterwards, man, like a dinner mint.
To cure all your anxieties.
I think, hey, before we leave, we've got enough time. Let's play this AOC as a pee-pee baby.
Oh, and the homie was Nate.
Who's Nate?
No, I'm saying Nate.
Nate.
The homeless dude.
Oh, his name was Nate? I don't care.
The homeless dude, the blind black homeless dude, man. We
Okay.
gave him fucking money. And he likes his rapper named Bizzle. He's a Christian rapper.
Hey,
And that's how we were like, oh, fuck yeah.
if it ain't Chicken Man,
Chicken
it
Man?
ain't. You don't know about Chicken Man?
Here in Austin?
Yeah.
Nah.
Homeless dude walks around with a chicken on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Chicken Man.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
It's self-explanatory.
Yeah, well,
All right, let's play this AOC and we're going to get out of here. But she's a Planned Parenthood baby, apparently. You got ain't nothing wrong with a little sound messing up.
Madam Chairwoman, that was just
Wait. That's gendered language.
yeah, chairwoman.
Well, she probably identifies that in that, and she actually knows
Oh,
whether or
okay.
not what
All
she
right,
identifies
all right,
that because
all
she
right.
cares about people, unlike you, Brandon,
Oh.
not Juror 52 Mitchell.
Uh-oh.
All right, sorry.
Got too
and
real.
I think it's really important that it's addressed very directly.
I swear,
right now
Rich's
in
wife
this
looks just
moment.
like her, dude. We can totally get her to do these
know, for real.
these bits
These conservative bits.
where she like says things in conservative fashion. Like we got to come up with better, good ideas.
on.
Sorry, we got to finish this.
Yeah, not on the air.
First and foremost, I don't
We'll
want to hear
follow
a
up.
single person on this committee or outside of this committee talk about valuing life when they continue to uphold the death penalty, when they continue to support policies that disproportionately incarcerate and lead to the deaths of Black men and people throughout this country, and uphold an absolutely unjust medical system that exists for profit that allows people to die because they can't afford to live. In addition to that, if we want to talk about Planned Parenthood, let's talk about how many lives Planned Parenthood has saved and how many babies have been born because of the prenatal care provided by Planned Parenthood. And if you don't believe it, and if you've never met a Planned Parenthood baby, I'm happy to let you know that I am one. And that
Ain't
my mother
nothing wrong
received
with
and
that.
relied on prenatal care from Planned Parenthood when she was pregnant with me. And so if we're concerned about life, we don't get to talk
Oh,
about anyone
Alex, I
else's
just
not-
want to tell you, when you was a baby in my stomach, I went to Planned Parenthood. You were a Planned Parenthood baby, so you tell all your friends, and you go ahead and defend them. I thought we have to be worried about, just like with that teacher last week. Well, how they actually started Planned Parenthood started, but I think the most outrageous thing she said was, we need to talk about the lives that Planned Parenthood said. But we got to go. We're going to go on the other side. We'll see you guys next week. If you're watching on Channel 10, go to YouTube, go to Facebook. We're Los, Brandon, David. We'll see ya. And we're on the other side.
Bro, I'm still trying to comprehend what she
I know you were like
said.
you're gobsmacked when she said we need to talk about the amount of lives Planned Parenthood has saved. The babies it's saved.
You know me very well. It's rare that I'm speechless.
Can you go back to that just one part where she said that?
I am literally speechless. I'm like, I have nothing.
Like towards the end.
What did she say? What? Like,
Isn't that just incredible? And I mean, she's definitely
and people
reading off
believe
something.
that, and people believe it.
Yeah,
People believe that shit.
yeah, right there. They go back a little bit before that.
Lives Planned Parenthood has saved, and how many babies have been born because of the prenatal care provided by Planned
Yeah, she's
Parenthood.
reading.
And
She's reading.
if you don't believe it, and if you've never met a Planned Parenthood
stop.
baby, I'm happy.
I mean, yeah,
That's how I know she's reading.
there are definitely young ladies that get their prenatal care done there, but they're bread and butter. I mean, literally, they're fucking.
What they make money off of.
They're Cheddar Bay biscuits. They're
Yep.
Bay Cheddar biscuits from
Look,
Red Lobster is abortions.
Exactly. People don't go to fucking Texas Roadhouse for the fucking margaritas.
They go for the biscuits.
They go for those motherfucking biscuits, bro. Let's be 100% honest. People don't go to Planned Parenthood because they're trying to save a baby. They go to Planned Parenthood because they're trying to like splat splat.
Now listen, let's talk brass tacks. Now we joke here. Planned Parenthood probably does good things, and let's remember that they do. They do a lot of bad things too, and we got to remember that too.
Millions a day.
But I look at this whole issue like that professor looks at this issue. Like, why don't we look at the past of Planned Parenthood and where it came from and how it started? Right, Margaret Sanger.
Very good
I mean,
question.
even Planned Parenthood admits that like they're ashamed of that past.
Yep.
Now, if we're gonna use the same logic with cops, well, we got to know where they came from slave times. Like they obviously if you're whatever argument you use to defend Planned Parenthood, you're gonna have to use the same argument for cops.
Yeah, or anything. Like, again, if you want to start with the origin of things, cool, let's go there. But if you really don't know it and you're just spewing it out,
The American Birth Control League, also known as Planned Parenthood, which got changed its name in 1942. Margaret Sanger opened the first birth control clinic in the U.S. in 1960. And let's go to the history and impact. Let's see. I mean, by now you guys have heard that she's a eugenicist.
not only that, one of her first speeches was in front of the KKK because they received her.
Oh yeah, she talked about it. There it is, and this is wiki, so let's make sure we take it with a grain of salt. But she was a eugenicist, and eugenics is what she practiced. She advocated for voluntary motherhood, the right to choose when to be pregnant for all women, as an important element of women's rights. And sterilization should be voluntary. We should make them think that they need. See, like that's one smart Nazi right there.
Yep.
One smart Ku Klux Klan or one smart white supremacist. Like, yeah, it would be bad if we told them they need to do it. We need to convince them to do it themselves.
Exactly.
How do we do that? As part of her efforts to promote birth control, however, Sanger found common cause with proponents of eugenics, believing that she and they sought to assist the race toward the elimination of the unfit.
And usually those were people of color.
Yeah, sure. Critics of Planned Parenthood often refer to Sanger's connection with supporters of eugenics to discredit the organization by associating it and birth control with more negative modern view of eugenics. Critics, yeah, they often refer to her connection. Yeah, I mean, discredit by it's guilty by association.
Yeah.
But isn't that sort of like they're in their playbook?
But again, guilty by association.
Like a Nazi votes for you, so therefore you're a Nazi?
Eugenicists, Nazis, KKK. Those are
I just wish that
Three
they
strikes you're out.
they'd apply these standards to themselves
Yep.
in these issues.
Yep.
Because I can get behind you about her being this, and it's probably changed. But like, can we talk about the cops being that? Planned Parenthood is the largest single provider of abortions in the U.S. But pro-choice advocates have argued that the organization's family planning services reduce the need for abortions. In the words of Megan Crepeau of the Chicago Tribune, Planned Parenthood could be, quote, characterized as America's largest abortion preventer. Pro-life activists. It's also the biggest. Well, like,
When that fails,
yeah, when you're the big conglomerate that's funded by the government in part,
Wait,
of
but
course.
how stupid is that? Because they're trying to say they're the largest, they help the largest amount, and so they're at a zero. If you are the largest helper of pregnancies and the preventer of pregnancies, you fucking cancel yourself out.
That's like the Vegas shooter. You're like, he killed like 22 people. Yeah, but there's like 50 people that didn't die. Are we just supposed to ignore those several other people that died? That's sort of the same argument in my playbook here. Is it? Yeah. This is even Planned Parenthood caught by undercover videos,
Yeah.
anti-abortion activists. I think matter of fact, I think Project Veritas captured some of them where they talked about buying the body parts, like and buying Ferraris and shit with it. Crazy. And then you know what they said about Project Veritas? Selectively edited.
Oh,
It's misleading. Yeah, it misleads you away from the fact that you guys are actually
pieces of shit.
Yeah. Well, it actually misleads you into that. It actually just leads you. It doesn't mislead you at all. Mislead would be the intention that you're actually doing good.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, well, there is like one point that humans are probably on the earth for, and it's to reproduce.
Yeah.
It's like the one job. And I heard this today. I think it was Andrew Clavin said, and he's caught a lot of flack for it, saying like he thinks the most important job for a woman is making a homemaking. And people are saying, "Oh, well, you don't think women can?" He's like, "I didn't say any of that shit. You know, the everything. If you say something like that, oh, you don't think women could work a job and be a CEO?" It's like, whoa, who said any of that? He just said basically. He said exactly, not basically. He said exactly that he believes that the best job for a woman, or for a woman is making a home.
I agree with that 100%.
And I mean, of course, you're a Christian, but I think there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, if we consider too, like we've gone too materialistic. Why do you think women want to deny biology and shit? And looks like what we got here. Planned Parenthood spent 6.5 million on contributions to candidates and political parties, overwhelming Democrats on independent expenditures.
And you've got people from the left that get mad when other corporations spend, a couple million on a candidate or a political party. And I mean, $6.5 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And you can thank Citizens United for that. You can thank that stuff. What else, too? I mean, we talked about. We have a whole episode.
Look
on
up real
Citizens
quick
United,
how much money goes from Black Lives Matter to Planned Parenthood or shit like that. Because think about that. Like, think about the things that we fund and the things that they fund.
That reminds me too. I've got I've got a video here that we can watch.
Well, and also just real quick with what you were saying about women in the home. It's think about that. Women are creating the next generation, and they are teaching and educating the next generation, right? Because if the men are out working and doing the thing, the women are the ones who are training up and teaching the next generation that will progress humanity forward.
And what's wrong with that?
How much bigger of a job is that? We as men, all we have to do is make sure they can eat and they don't die. They're the ones doing the training. Being a mother is an amazing fucking thing.
It's a superpower.
It's a superpower. Men can't make babies.
No.
We don't have the capability of doing that.
Yeah,
women can.
We're not as smart as them, but we do everything. We've invented everything.
Pretty much, the majority of things.
Everything.
Like 97-3.
Everything. Yeah. No, it's like 99-1. Like, seriously, dude.
I agree.
Think about everything that we use in our life. I mean, I'm looking at a TV. That was a man. Looking at a camera. That was a man. I'm looking at
whiskey.
Probably men with no teeth or blind.
Or
blind
a woman trying to shut her husband up.
For 226 years, men have led the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, the agency, but there were fewer females in her computer science and electrical blah, 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 blah. What's the percentage? 8% for a percentage of inventors are female. That's good. That's good.
But I mean, yeah.
Growing.
I'm saying, but how many of them have actually invented something we use?
Well, maybe more than you've
I'm
actually.
an inventor.
More than you actually probably
I'm an
know.
inventor. I've invented a lot of shit. Have you used it? Probably not.
More than 2/3 of all patents come from men.
So that's like 80%.
Women inventors account for just under 13% of patent applications globally, and according to the study by the UK's Intellectual Property Office, that's one female inventor for every 7 male ones. 1 to 7, right there.
Damn.
It's good. And if there was sexism, if there was like true sexism, right? There would be zero.
Mm-hmm.
No. There'd be a resistance against women doing, like, I've always said we need more women magicians. It's just, why don't women get into magic? It's just nerdy. Chicks are like, they have different priorities growing up.
Yeah.
They grew up with MTV and made them want to become teenage moms and shit, Fuck.
Well, it's just differences of interest.
Yeah.
Too. Typically, certain things interest, one side or the other. There are some fields of study that attract both, male and female, but men and women are two totally different creatures.
Yeah.
Like
Completely.
interest. Now there's always outliers. There's always exceptions, but for the most part, like, I don't know. I just see, I'm an aviation kind of guy, and people are like, "Oh, why aren't there more women in aviation?" Well, there are, and there's been some
Who's stopping
some heavy women aviators. Like, I mean,
Amelia and
the Flying 93
Come on.
was a whole squadron of
Yeah,
female.
but again, Amelia Earnhardt.
Yeah,
Like,
of course, like it's possible, but like it's easy to
She
put
died
that
during
the
flight.
sexism argument. It's easy to put that one. Is it also plausible that maybe the level of interest because of the technological interest, the attention to detail is just more applicable to men? Like, hey, if that's sexist, like,
men are more
whatever.
rational than women. Women are more emotional than men. So women are more drawn to the nursing, the hospital,
the care,
Exactly.
But
Well,
that's
speaking
not
of
saying
which,
women
speaking
don't
of-
make great pilot. Like, anybody can make a great pilot. You have to have certain attributes
Yes.
that
Well,
you know,
exist
can you
independent
go to-
of your sex.
Can you go to this link here that I've just clicked on here now? Speaking of like women who are caring and nurturers, like this is a great example of that. So let's just go ahead and click on this one here, and we'll watch this video. And let me tell you here, women are definitely caring nurturers,
yeah.
and especially when they get pulled over by the police.
This one. I know which one this is.
I think we've all seen this one by now because we have a very weekly topical show. But let's listen to this and let's go ahead. I wish they didn't blur her face out.
Going at 38,
Yes, you are, ma'am. Good morning.
which is, and the speed limit is 40, and I was going 38. So why are you harassing
You are
me?
correct. I pulled you over
Because
because
you're a murderer.
because
Yes, I started to record because
you can't
you're a
be
murderer.
you can't be on your cell
I
phone
wasn't
while you're
on
driving.
my phone. I was recording you because you
You
scared me.
can't use your cell
I
phone
can
while you're
record
recording.
you.
May I have your driver's license?
It's at my apartment.
What's your apartment?
It's at my
Mind you, look, she's
Wow.
driving a Mercedes Benz.
Wow. She's already breaking the law. She's driving without a license.
Driving without her license.
So she's already breaking the law.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I tell you, if this was a black person, they would have been shot by the police already. What's that? What color are her arms?
Well, yeah, because the cops are hunting black people.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously-
it's like a jungle out there.
Obviously, Black Lives Matter is working because she didn't get shot yet. So
I'm just taking my
praise.
son to his
Do you have
therapy.
Do you have your driver's license?
I mistakenly left it at home.
Do you have a picture of your driver's license?
Yes, I do.
May I have it?
nice of you to be able to let her
And
use
can you
a
call
picture
your
of it.
supervisor, please?
I
Because
already did. He's on his way.
good, because you're a murderer.
Okay.
Isn't that gnarly? You're a
And
murderer.
so you're giving me a cell phone ticket?
Pause real quick.
Is that why you're harassing me?
So she's like, you scared me. That's why I pulled out my camera. But like, when have you ever been like so scared you started like antagonizing the person who's scaring you? Like somebody's coming into your house late at night with a gun, and you're like, "What are you gonna stab me, you murderer? What do you think you're gonna fucking like rape me, you raper?"
And then they stopped.
Yeah, and they just was like, "Well, you know what? I guess I'm not. You got me. I'm out of here now."
I guess I'm a raper. I'm gonna walk away now.
Yeah, well, you fucking spoiled the surprise, you bitch.
Not harassment. I am enforcing the law.
I
ma'am.
have a right to record the police when
Yes.
they're harassing me.
By all means, but you can't do it while you're driving.
Doy.
I wasn't, didn't
but, I mean,
text
I
you
wa-
and
I-
that.
Do you have
And
that
you
picture?
scared me and made me think you were going to murder me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Well, that's not just a feeling, you're a murderer.
Okay. Can you zoom in on that for
The tolerant left.
me?
Sure.
Thank you.
And I'm perfectly legal, and I'm a teacher. So there.
A teacher.
Congratulations.
All right,
You're
pause
a
real quick.
Congratulations.
This
That's what
is-
he says.
This is going in my A tab section here. All teachers are bastards, because if we're going to say the bad apples in cops are make all the cops bad, these little examples of teachers being fucking bastards make
Good point.
every teacher look
Good
bad,
point.
right?
Very good point.
You know, all of them are bad according to.
If there's one bad one,
You
they're
ruined the
all
whole
bad.
bunch.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Murderer.
What's your last name? I can't see that there.
Well,
If
here you
stop,
go,
stop
murderer.
shaking.
Here you go,
Jeez.
fuckface.
Zoom in on that for
No,
me,
because
ma'am.
you're scaring me.
Oh,
You're threatening to kill me and my son. Can you give me the...
Wow, we've seen this.
You know the only reason why this video is out, because she did post a complaint, and they had to review the video, and they posted it so that everyone can go look at this. This is when we had Dennis Ferris on, officer, and he said people get complaints all the time. Like nobody has a good day when they've interacted with the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
You get a ticket, you've had a bad day. It's so you're going to complain. And so this was one of those examples where she goes, well, he threatened me. He threatened to kill me. And they go, you realize that this guy wears body cam because in his state, I believe they don't even have body cam laws, but he decided to wear one.
Good
Smart
for him.
ass motherfucker
Good
right
for
here.
him.
It's the whole to keep them. It's to keep cops accountable and also the people they interact
And my
with.
wife wants to do the same thing. We just got one of those like camera for your cars that record everything.
Dash cam.
Dash cam?
Dash cam. Yeah. So
Dude,
we
yeah.
just got one, and she's like, because dude, I don't know what it is about dudes in Austin that just want to fucking cut everybody off.
Dude, I've had people point guns at me.
What?
Yeah. Like driving down the
yeah.
road, like, and it's on cam, and it's like, okay, this is getting passed on
So
to APD.
So we just got one, and it's for stupid shit like this.
I did catch I guess it was 2 weeks ago. A woman tried to take a corner, going too fast, and she hit the fucking curb, broke her fucking whole drive axle, all that shit. Got that shit on camera.
So you have a dash cam?
Yeah. In
We
my
need
work
to-
vehicle,
you-
yeah.
Nice,
You
bro.
need to pull some of that for next time.
I have it, yeah, I'll do that.
Damn.
If you got that, you get that ready.
And then, like, because I saw it, and, like, I mean, she was just going too fast, and I rolled down the window. I was like, you okay? Like, I mean, I'm on my way to work. There's not much I can do, but I just feel like I have to ask it, like, if you're okay.
You saw it, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
and she was like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, all right, cool. You got a phone to call someone? She was like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gone. But it's like, but then, like, I looked at the tires on her car, bald as fuck.
oh, because
Come on, people. Like, take care of your shit. Like, obviously, that shit's going to happen.
Yep.
It just rained just enough to make everything real slick.
Yep.
Try to take a corner too sharp and hit that curb, popped up.
I know. I have a one wheel.
Yeah.
I know how those slippery
Yeah.
things work, man.
And of course, it was a woman. Go ahead and press play.
Woman of color, too.
Oh shit.
Well, I'll tell you what. You keep smiling. You're on camera.
You're trying to threaten to kill me.
I
I'm not
didn't say that.
smiling. You're the one who's.
Hold that still. I can't see that. Is this your car?
Yes, it is.
Believe all women, though, right?
Yeah.
For real.
That's what we're...
And you're trying to say I stole my own car because you're jealous?
Yeah,
Is that what
I don't
that's
think
about?
so. You wait for me right here, okay?
You're jealous?
You jealous?
All you need to do is your signature. He's only citing you for using your cell phone while you're driving. That's it.
There you go, ma'am. Sign inside the
For,
red
being
box
a,
right
for
there.
him being a Mexican racist. What is that name? Gasso?
It's on the citation, ma'am.
Here you go, Mexican racist. Wow. You're always going to be a Mexican. You'll never be white. You know that, right?
Wow.
You'll never be white, which is what you really want to be.
There you
wanna
go,
be
dear.
white.
So that's
Have
where
a good
that's
day.
where you go. Okay, well, is she like right wing when she's like you're a Mexican? No, what she was trying to say is like, remember, you're a Mexican. You don't have to be a white fucking guy because whites are the racist ones.
But
And you're trying to
remember-
be fucking fucking
Tio Tomas over
Tio
here.
Tomas over here.
So, but let's get this straight. He's the racist one, not her.
No,
Because everything she said was non-racist. Everything he said was absolutely racist.
so crazy.
The
Where do you
fact-
think she learned all that
Bro,
stuff?
think about that shit. He did not say anything racist. This bitch said everything racist. Everything racist you could have said,
Everything.
this bitch said.
Isn't that unbelievable? Unfreaking believable.
How stupid are like the world we're living in is pretty idiotic, isn't it?
It's clown world.
Isn't
as
it?
they'd say.
What was that show or that movie with fucking Terry Crews, Idiocracy or whatever?
Yeah, I just watched that again. Over
I
the
gotta
weekend.
watch that, man, because I feel like we're living in it.
Well, yeah.
When are y'all
sort
gonna
of.
watch the rewatch party, man? I want to watch that with y'all.
When we get to the eyes.
Yeah, I think we're only in the D's right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Dark,
yeah.
Dark Knight,
Dark Knight Rises.
I was listening to the one. I think the Creed one y'all did.
Creed.
Yeah, the Creed 2, I think it was.
I think I fell asleep during half of that.
I only watched Creed 2.
Let's go down to BLM. Let's go to our BLM bumper. BLM, BLM, fuck BLM, BLM, fuck BLM. Trademark. All right, so they've updated their demands. Rather, they published some of their demands here, and I want to read them. There's 7 of them. So here's BLM's 7 demands. Number 1, convict and ban Trump from future. I'm reading like an asshole. Convict and ban Trump from future political office. We are joining Representative Ilhan Muslim Omar I mean, that's not fair, but she's definitely a very hateful person.
Yeah, she is. 100%.
Ayanna Pressley, Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman, and others who are demanding Trump be immediately convicted by the United States Senate. Trump must also be banned from holding elected office in the future. Call your Congress members and blah, blah, blah. Go down. Number 2, expel Republican members of Congress who attempted to overturn the election and incited a white supremacist attack. More than half of the Republican representatives and multiple senators stoked Trump's conspiracy theories and encouraged the white supremacists to take action and to overturn the election. Oh, my God. We are supporting Representative Cori Bush's. She's probably related to the other Bushes. Let's not forget that, boys. Actually, I have no idea if that's true or not. It's probably not true. Their resolution to expel them from Congress for their dangerous and treacherous actions. We also support steps to bar them from seeking another office.
Real quick, go back up to the first one.
Yeah.
Now you know why Trump doesn't want to announce what the fuck he's doing for office. Like, so many people have been asking Trump, are you going to run for 24? Are you going to do this and that? Why do you think that he doesn't want to say shit? Because they're going to try to ban him from office.
Well, didn't he have a trial and he was not convicted? Like
twice?
We're going to accept the Derek Chauvin's fucking verdict all of a sudden. And, like, we only will accept verdicts of cases and trials that we like.
And even the second one, that's what AOC was saying about, I was afraid because Ted Cruz and other people, they have guns and I'm afraid for my life because I'm around Republicans.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
She is touting BLM language. She is touting Marxist language, and we just let it slide.
You got that right. Scroll down. All right, number 3, launch a full investigation into the ties between white supremacy and the Capitol Police, the law enforcement, and the military. The Capitol was able to be breached and overrun by white supremacists. That's just patently false.
Breached? Yeah. You know what breached means?
It was breached.
It was not breached.
Yeah,
they were letting people in. You don't breach something that is breached isn't letting people in.
They were breaking windows.
When something is breached is they break in.
Listen, you know what? I can back you in a lot of these things, but when breach is one of those ones that I'm least concerned with. When it says overrun by white supremacists, like that's the one we should focus on more instead of breach. Like we can agree to disagree on some things, but like breached, they broke windows and made it into the Capitol.
We can
at least say breached, but it wasn't. They weren't all white supremacists.
No.
Like not everyone that supported Trump was white supremacist.
No.
And they were attempting to disrupt political process that is fundamental to our democracy. We know that the police departments have been a safe haven for white supremacists to hide malintent behind a badge because the badge was created for that purpose. See, again, we go to this. It was created for this purpose of rounding up runaway slaves.
Which, again, goes to the teacher. What is she touting? Black Lives Matter ideology.
That's right. We also know that off-duty cops and military were among the mob at the Capitol and on January 6th. Guilty parties need to be held accountable and fired. We are supporting Representative Jamal Bowen's coup act to investigate these connections. All right, number 4, let's go down. We're going to permanently ban Trump from all digital media platforms. No speech on the internet. Trump has always used his digital media platforms recklessly and irresponsibly to spread lies and disinformation. Now it is clearer than ever that his digital media is also used to incite violence and promote its continuation. He must be stopped from encouraging his mob and further endangering our communities, even after inauguration. Number 5, defund police. The police that met our BLM protesters this summer with assault rifles, scroll up, tear gas, and military grade. No, scroll down. Sorry, I'm holding it like it's a Mac. You got to press down and pull up to scroll down. Sorry. Defund police. Go that. Protesters were met with assault rifles, tear gas, and military grade protective gear. Were all the same police that on Wednesday met white supremacists with patience and the benefit of the doubt, going so far as to pose for selfies with rioters. The contrast was jarring, but not for black people. We have always known who the police truly protect and serve. DC has the most police per capita in the country. More funding is not the solution. Number 6. Scroll
Hold on.
up.
So think about what they're
Or
saying.
scroll down, rather.
And this is what I mean. This is a stupidity. Think about this logic. They breached the Capitol.
Yep.
But the police at the Capitol were also racist and taking
just let
pictures of
them
them.
through. They
So
contradicted themselves.
So
in this
how
whole
do
thing.
they breach something that the people that were running it was letting them through? This is what I mean. Their rationale is idiocracy.
In the words of David Aguilar, exactly.
Thank you, sir.
Number 6, don't let the coup be used as an excuse to crack down on our movement. In response to the coup, politicians have already introduced the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act of 2021. We've seen this playbook before. These laws are used to target black and brown communities for heightened surveillance. Republicans are already busy trying to create an equivalence between the mob on January 6th and our Freedom Summer. Our Freedom Summer. That, I think they're referring to the protest and the riots that happened. They're trying to equate that, the equivalence. Yeah, we shouldn't make an equivalent. We shouldn't make an equivalent with them because theirs were much worse, by the way.
Dude, how many? They were fucking burning down businesses.
Yeah,
they were
black
fucking
businesses.
shooting people, beating people. How many old people got beat over the head with baseball bats?
They killed more people. They killed more people in their riots.
They damaged more property than the people who fucking took over who breached the Capitol.
Unarmed
did.
black people. We don't need new domestic terror laws, facial recognition, or any other new police power for the state.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
though.
me too.
I agree with that 100%.
Yes, absolutely. Our government should protect righteous protests and stay focused on the real issue,
Yes,
rooting
I
out
agree
white
with that.
supremacy. No, that's not the real issue. That's like when I make my joke in the beginning of every show. We need to focus on the real issue. What are you getting, Mom, for fucking birthing Parents' Day?
Yeah, we need to focus on the issue. White supremacy.
There are
Bitch,
enough
what? What are you talking about?
Right? There are enough laws, resources, intelligence, but they were not used to stop the coup. Our elected officials must uncover why. Number 7, and finally, pass the Breathe Act. The police were born out of slave patrols. The police were born out of slave patrols. We cannot reform an institution built upon white supremacy. We cannot reform an institution built upon white supremacy.
What?
What institution was built upon white supremacy that they absolutely fucking love? That we just talked about.
Well, not even that.
Initials, PP.
Well, the thing is this. And this is the issue. It doesn't matter what they bring up. They're always going to try to point it back to white supremacy because to them, what they're going to coin white supremacy is pretty much Christian belief.
Yes.
That,
judo Christian values.
So going after schools, going
Judo.
after so many things. The hospitals, there's so many things that have Christian bases and Christian startings that they're going to attack because it's white supremacy, but they're going to attack the Christian ideal, which is going to go after things like the Constitution, the Bible, and all these other things.
Yes.
Easy. It's easy to point out, dude. If people are over here questioning like what's going to happen next, come on, just watch the show. We will tell you what's going to happen in the next 10 years if you listen.
You're right. We need a new radical approach to public safety and the community investment. President Biden, our man, has already drawn on the Breathe Act in his executive actions calling for racial equity screens in federal programs. Investing in environmental justice at historic levels and engaging with system-impacted communities, the Breathe Act paints a vision of a world where Black Lives Matter through investments in housing, education, health, and environmental justice. Now, I want you to get the next link ready because they have their fund. It's called the Survival Fund. And I want you to watch this video. And I won't wait till David comes back to watch this because this video is unbelievable because it's a lot of like, this is why we're doing it. And we want you to donate. But there's a question at the very end of this that I think we need to watch. And yeah, give it a hold up a second and we'll wait for Mr. PP Pants to show back up here. Black Lives Matter is such a black supremacist idea. And there's no way we're going to ever get rid of supposed racism when BLM themselves practice that racism by calling out a white this or white that. You never got that kind of stuff with white people. They weren't so like blatantly racist. Yeah, maybe they were like not so blatant with it, not so out there, but this is out there. You know, there's, you know, when they say your whiteness, that is completely a racist term. Oh, well, that's their whiteness. And any black people that are Republicans, like Tim Scott, they're called Uncle Toms.
Yep.
Any Mexicans, fucking, what are they called?
Tío Tomases.
Tío Tomases. And so this is one of their funds. It's called the Survival Fund.
For the shattered lives and the search for hope, for a brand new day and the right to feel seen, for the right to live, for black joy, from protesting black death to investing in black life, continuing a legacy of survival pending revolution, providing help and hope for ourselves, by ourselves, to close the gaps to equal footing, to live in our power, to fund our own survival, so we can thrive. Black Lives Matter Survival Fund.
At what point in this whole thing did you hear what they'll actually spend the money on? They said, well, we're going to spend it on hope. You know, we're going to
For the shattered lives.
We're going to, yeah, you just go ahead and play this on low. And I want you to, so all these, what they're saying, there's no law against them doing
For
this.
hope.
In search for hope.
For a brand new day.
So we're going to donate our money for, we're going to donate our money
the
for,
right to live.
We're going to donate
For
our money.
black joy.
We're going to donate our money.
From protesting black death
We're going to spend our money.
to investing in black life.
We're going to spend our money.
Continuing a legacy of survival pending revolution.
We're going to spend your money.
Providing help.
We're going to spend your money.
Hope.
We're going to spend your money.
For ourselves. By ourselves.
We're going to spend your money.
To close the gaps to equal footing.
We're going to spend your money.
To live in our power.
We're going to spend
To
your
fund
money.
our own survival.
Their
So
survival
we
fund.
Can thrive. Black Lives Matter.
So they're gonna
Survival
spend
Fund.
your hard-earned money on themselves,
On ourselves. For ourselves.
so that we can hope.
So we can hope and
for
pray.
hope and hope.
We're going to help and hope.
Damn.
And by the way, they don't. All they do is they donate to politicians. So
Or
that's
buy,
what they actually mean
or
by
buy
survival fund.
million-dollar homes and fucking properties, like the fucking founder, the president, that black lady of Black Lives Matter, who's spending like I don't know many millions of dollars on all these fucking homes around the world.
Unbelievable. All right, let's play this last one. We're out of here for the day, you guys. We got this last super cut, and I did want to mention women. Oh no, yeah, we're gonna skip menthol cigarettes. That one bores me to death.
But you know what? I'm still sad about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be sad about it.
Yeah.
Menthol cigarettes, when we'll learn more as it comes out, because if this keeps going on, this is because there's evidence that who smokes all the menthol cigarettes, it's like a majority
Black people.
It's POCs, right? And so when you target
No,
that,
it's majority black people, and the only reason other people smoke it is because black people smoke them.
well, that's why I smoked them.
Same.
There's this link up here if you want to go up. It's Happy Birthing's Person's Day. Yeah. And this is a supercut from Grabian. This will finish us up for the day. This is our final video. Final fucking video!
Let me show you how I. Let me show you how I create.
Yeah, so we're stalling a little bit because, you know, we got... This guy doesn't want to install the...
Stop, but go to artgrid.io. The tools I...
As we go into
in shape.
Birthing
Mother's
people's
Day
good.
weekend, let us recommit our efforts and support to ensure that every birthing person across this nation is empowered and feels safe.
We have not created an infrastructure to support birthing people.
All pregnant and birthing people deserve to be treated with love. Birthing while Black should not be a death sentence.
Health equity for Black birthing people is attainable.
Mothers and babies and Black birthing people are important.
We desperately need long-term fixes to support the healthcare needs of Black women and birthing people.
The most marginalized Black and Indigenous birthing people.
To systemically shift the way we approach health care for birthing people of color.
And respectful of Black women and birthing people.
The maternal mortality crisis among Black birthing people In the United States,
Black birthing people.
And birthing people.
for birthing people,
Black birthing people.
And are Black birthing persons. For all birthing persons in Louisiana.
that birthing people want doulas and midwives.
And support for birthing people during the postpartum period.
There are not enough Black workers of color, leaving Black birthing people with limited autonomy or opportunity to receive racially concordant care.
Protect Black birthing people and to save lives. Thank you, and I yield back.
It's like they're reading from the same fucking script.
I was
boys.
gonna say, you can tell every single one of those motherfuckers are reading it, because you know when they would say birthing, they would say pregnant women.
There's only like 3 actual like transsexuals that are mothers now out there, but we gotta change the whole fucking language to include, because we gotta include everybody, you know. But fuck the pedophiles and fuck the, you know. It's okay to exclude people sometimes, because mother is an all-encompassing name. It doesn't matter if you're a, you know, I've watched a lot of Orange is the New Black. You know, they had Red, who they called Mom. You know, it doesn't matter. It's just the one that takes takes charge and takes care.
Yep,
you know, the nurturer of the group. It doesn't matter. It's never had a gender, although it does.
You know, many times God refers himself to as a mother in the scriptures.
Yeah, like Mother Earth.
Yeah, well, I mean, he says he's
Is
like
God Mother Earth?
Well, I would.
Or is God fucking Mother Earth?
Well, I don't believe that Earth is a mother. I believe Earth is a sister.
Is it, what's up, sister?
Hey, there you go. You know, one of my favorite poets and writers, G.K. Chesterton, said that the things that Christian gets wrong is looking at mother as nature as their mother rather than their sister. We're supposed to take care of it. You know, nature doesn't govern us. We are supposed to be the caretakers, and you know this very well, because what do? You
like
garden
bonsai and everything.
You
yeah,
like gardening. We're supposed to take care of nature, not let nature govern us, but we care for nature.
But nature will take over long after we're gone.
And
take care of itself.
Well, and that's the thing that I love about, and that's what you see within masculinity, right? Femininity, and I love this. So many of philosophers and other writers would picture it this way: that femininity is nature and masculinity is reason. But you need both. You need reason and you need nature. Nature is beautiful, right? You have trees and all this kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, what do you need? You want houses. You want to create out of nature. So reason is what we do with nature, right? You take from nature and you create, right? You go to the apple tree and you make apple pie. Right, you go to the field of cotton and you make clothes. So nature is you know, and that's what I love about philosophy. You know, they would say nature is femininity, but masculinity is reason, and both of them complement each other. And that's why women and men need to be together. That's my whole argument against homosexuality. You're not doing anything new. You're just being stupid, right? Like a man and a man. Like, wow, what are you? There's no creativity there. But a man and a woman,
there's no future in that.
There isn't. There's no future, right? And you know, and it's funny because so many times when I would have arguments with atheists when it came to homosexuality, I almost rarely ever took a biblical point. I went towards a scientific point and said, if you did not have men and women, you would not have a progression of humanity. Your whole evolutionary theory would die without it.
And you know, it makes sense too that Christians are such a big population because they're the ones that keep producing because it's in their values. They understand that,
and it's in Genesis.
The role of the man and the woman.
It's in Genesis. See, God says, "Be fruitful and multiply."
You've got secular people that they start getting in their mind that God's not real, or you know, like we're just here and we're whole specks of stardust and that's it, and we go away. But they don't believe in legacy. Or even having children, and so they die off, and then Christianity lives on.
Exactly.
And then there's always going to be secular people because they spawn off of Christianity because the kids grow up and they have their own ideas.
And parents allow freedom, right? Like you know, for those who don't know, we're about to have a baby. So my wife, right? Woo! There you go,
Carlos.
So, I know, right? So what we understand, and what I want to understand as a father is, I'm going to do everything to instill values into my child, but if they choose not to align themselves with those values, I need to allow freedom and grace for my child to discover. And that's how you get a lot of right? Because what if my child ends up reading Nietzsche and falls in love with Nietzsche and all these other philosophers rather than Lewis and Chesterton? Well, my heart's going to be broken, but I would want my child to be smart enough to argue with me and tell me, This is why I believe what I believe.
Dude, if he can understand and like really relate to Nietzsche, like fuck, like okay, yeah, we differ, but goddamn.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and my wife and I have talked about this, and I would say, like, even if my kids want to do drugs, they want to do something, whatever. It's like, give me a sound argument and a strong position of why you want to do this. And if you can convince me, then I will let you. But at the end of the day, I want them to know, if you're gonna believe in something, I want you to believe it because you believe it. Not because you're friends and not because society and not because culture tells you to, but because you know in your heart this is true. And if you can convince me in that, then by all means, you have my blessing. Do what you want to do.
Oh, man. All right, we're done. That's good. That's a good place to end it on. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This has been another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. If you guys like our content, we encourage you guys to go to our website, emergencyexitpodcast.com.
It's been updated.
We're
gonna get some new shit on there too.
Tell your friends. The Emergency Exit is gonna explode.
It's gonna blossom.
Why don't you? We're like Dogecoin 3 months ago.
You better
You know what I mean?
invest.
Like, get in now before it gets fucking big.
You
Because
better invest.
all your friends are gonna be talking about Emergency Exit Podcast, and you want to be there.
There's
saying,
gonna be an orgy
I
of
was
fun
there
going on.
long before that they got popular.
Yep,
okay?
you damn right.
Or we may not get popular at all. But either way, we're still gonna do the show.
You damn right.
And thank you guys for watching. Tell your friends about how hateful we are, or as much as you love us.
And how racist we are.
How racist and homophobic we are. For Brandon the Hardhead Mitchell, not Juror 52.
Boom.
For exactly David Aguilar, I'm Low saying, be cool, stay hip. We'll see you guys next week.
Be cool.